lying in a comfortable position and begin to deepen your breath. Just sort of landing here in this moment, in this body, tuning into your breath. And imagine with each exhalation that you settle down and settle in a little bit more deeply with each exhalation. So if you have 2 blocks or 2 cushions, those will be helpful in our practice today. But for now, continue to focus on your breath, resting on your back. And I would like to share with you a reflection about the Beltane, about today's marking of the height of the spring, beginning of the summer. It's a Celtic festival that happens on May 1st. This is from Bridget Anna McNeil. Beltane, roughly translated, means bright fire. And at this time, the heat, light, inner fire, and passion is growing and arising from sun, soil, soul, and loins. After winter's descent, light and life force are expanding within and without. It grows and colors our days, drawing out the growth, becoming and the beauty of wildness. It calls to us all, shifting hormones, shifting ways of being, shifting sap. I feel it within muscle, bone, flesh, and psyche. I want to dance naked. I want to make love in the dew. I want to create, sing, and romp. I want to swim in sparkling brackish rivers with my dearest loves and nibble on flowers, sup on pollen and vibrant greens. I want to grow who I am into the world and let it be tasted. Life is oozing, stretching, and reaching up from below, joyful, unrestrained, rambling, and tumbling. It's a time to know, join, and dance with our own fertility, that which has the fire and courage to grow new beginnings, new life, and medicine into our days. This is a time to really feel into what we want to put our fire, our vitality, our passions behind, and celebrate how wild vitality, medicine, and beauty return and fill earth and body. So that's an abbreviated post from Bridget Anna McNeil about Beltane, May 1st. Marking this height of spring, beginning of summer weather. Life reaching up from below the surface of the earth. And then we can tune into that. We can decide where to shine our sun, our light. Take 2 more slow, steady breaths in and out, please. And if your feet aren't already wide on the mat, knees touching, please draw your feet into that position. So feet as wide as your mat, knees touching. Inhale, tuck the tailbone, but keep your body on the mat. Exhale, reach the tailbone towards the mat. Inhale, tuck your tailbone. Exhale, reach your tailbone towards the mat. So this very subtle movement helps to wake up the body, the hips, the lower back. Keep going. Inhale, tucking. Exhale, reaching that tailbone towards the mat. And as we connect more deeply to the tailbone, the sacrum, the lower back, the hips, invite with connection, healing, because many say connection is healing. Inhale, tuck. Exhale, reach that tailbone towards the mat. One more time, we'll inhale, tuck the tailbone. Exhale, reach that tailbone towards the mat. And then come to neutral spine and decide, do you want to lift your head up and move it away from the shoulders just a little bit. And then inhale, reach your fingertips up to the ceiling. Fingertips reaching up, up, up. And imagine climbing a rope. So you're kind of grasping this imaginary rope, reaching up. Feeling into shoulders, arms, and hands. And both sets of fingers reach up towards the ceiling, arms are extended, and then find your opposite elbow. So making the shape of a square. Forearms resting above chest, gentle left and right with your elbows. Inhaling, as elbows sweep left, exhale as they sweep right. Inhale left, exhale right. And next time, elbows draw over to the left. Inhale, arms sweep up, overhead, over to the right, across the chest. So leading with that left elbow, circle around. Inhaling left, up overhead, exhale right, across the chest. You decide what range of motion works for you. The circles may be very small, depending on how your shoulder feels. One more circle over to the left and up overhead. And then pause as the arms rest above the chest. Take a breath. And then inhale to the right, up overhead, over to the left and across the chest. So reversing the circle. And noticing, does this side feel any different? You have more range of motion or maybe less. See if you can notice without judging your body or yourself. Take two more circles to the right, up overhead to the left, inhaling right and above, exhale left and across. And then open up to cactus arms. So elbows level with shoulders. If back of the hands don't touch the floor, find your blocks and you can use your feet. You don't feel like coming up. Excuse me. And back of the hands can rest on a block. Feet stay wide, knees touch. So either back of the hands touching your block or the floor. Inhale, gently draw those shoulder blades towards one another. Exhale, draw forearms and palms towards one another. Inhale, open, engage the shoulder blades. Exhale, elbows, forearms, palms touch or come close to touching. Inhale, open, and exhale. Inhale, open, and exhale. Inhale, open. And exhale. Inhale, open, and this time just the right arm lifts. Then we reach over to the left with our cactus arm. Inhale, open, right arm returns to the floor. Inhale, left arm lifts up. Exhale, as left arm reaches over to the right. And then we come back to center, left arm rests on the floor. Inhale, hands come off the floor, fingertips point up. And then they sweep down, maybe fingertips touch the floor. So we're hinging, inhale up, fingertips point up, and then back, the hands come to rest on the floor. Inhale up, fingertips touch the floor. Inhale up, back of the hands rest on the floor. So maybe for your shoulders, you're just doing this, just lifting fingertips and then going back to cactus arms. That's some good movement of the shoulder socket. Otherwise, we're inhaling up, fingertips touch. Inhale up, back of the hands rest. One more time. And then pause. Pause here with arms and cactus, and the cactus isn't comfortable for you. You can have our arms alongside the body. Inhale, open up the knees and let the knees sway left and right. Inhale to center, exhale to one side. Inhale, knees to center, exhale to the other side. So remember, no pushing or forcing those knees down, just let them pause where they will. Knowing that with this movement, you may notice and pausing a little closer to the floor eventually. Come up. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Find your own rhythm, inhaling up, exhaling to one side. Inhaling up, exhaling to the other side. Next time you inhale up to center, exhale knees to the left. So these will just float there to the left. If it works for your body, extend arms overhead, find your right wrist. And draw right wrist up and over to the left for a side stretch here. Breathe in here. One more breath here. And release that rest. Inhale, knees up to center. Exhale, over to the right. Stay here with arms and cactus. Or extend your arms overhead. Find left wrist. Draw left wrist up, away from you, and then over to the right. Release left wrist, knees come back to center. Keeping the left foot on the mat, hug right knee to chest. Halfway related pose. Now keep that left foot on the mat if lower back is feeling tender. Otherwise, you can extend left leg. And even if lower back is feeling tender, if your body seems to be saying, yep, I think this will be okay, you can try extending that left leg long. 3 breaths here. Inhale, make some space between thigh and chest. Exhale, hug knee twist. Inhale, release. Exhale, knee and thigh twist chest. Inhale, making some space between thigh and chest. Exhale, hug that knee and chest close to you. And then do some left and right with that right knee and chin, left and right, inviting opening through hip. And noticing breath, inhale to open out to the right. Exhale to come back to center. Inhale to the right, exhale back, and over to the left. Next time your knee falls out to the right, pause there. Let your elbow rest on the floor. Your knee is supported by your right palm. Breathing into that opening of the right hip. And your left hand can rest on left hip bone, pressing that left hip a little closer to the ground. Slowing the breath down. Inhale back to center. Extend your leg long. Holding onto the back of the leg, circle ankle in one direction. And then the other. If your left foot is not on the mat, slide your left foot onto the mat. Bend your right knee and place your right ankle on left thigh. So reclined pigeon, left foot is flat on the mat, knees bent. We reach our right knee away from us. And let's inhale, knee towards us, exhale, reach it away. Inhale, knee towards you, exhale, reach it away. That's fun. And then open that right knee away. We'll do something called the hip reset. Both of your palms press to the inside of the right thigh. So both palms to the inside of your right thigh. Inhale, knee towards you as you push it away with your hands. So we're engaging the muscles of the hip, the leg, the muscles that wrap around the hip. And then we release that opposing motion, also known as isometrics. Inhale, right knee, right thigh toward you as you push, push, push away with your hands and release. Inhale, right thigh, knee joint toward you as you push, push, push away and release. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale and release as you exhale. 1 more time. And then deepening into our stretch for the right glute, the sciatic nerve, the piriformis muscle. Right hand reaches between the opening of the legs. Clasp your hands around the left thigh. And draw that left thigh a little closer to you. And you can do some gentle rocking left and right. Now, if this is too deep a stretch for that right side, you can put your foot on your block. And just pause here, breathing, focusing on reaching that right knee away. Otherwise, you're hugging that left thigh towards you. Right elbow pressing into the right thigh, opening the knee away. And slowing the breath down. Nice, slow, steady breath here. Maybe you even use ujjayi breath, constricting the throat, lengthening the breath in. And out. And you have the option of extending left leg long. And if left leg's extended, lower that foot onto the mat. Feet come nice and wide. Arms in cactus position. Let those knees sweep left and right, just as we did a little bit ago. And knees come back up to center. Feet nice and parallel, hip distance apart. Hugging left knee to chest. So coming to the other side. Hugging left knee to chest. Right foot can stay on the mat, or you extend it long. Inhale, make some space between thigh and chest. Exhale, hug that knee thigh closer to chest. Inhale, release. Exhale, deepen the stretch, hugging knee and thigh towards chest. Inhaling. And exhale.
Ann, can you hear me?
I can.
Hi. I don't see her anymore.
All right, I'm back. I'm
Oh.
back.
Okay.
I don't know what happened, but we're now using my phone again. I think it got switched away from my phone. So we're breathing into that left hip, left thigh. And bring that knee back to center. And if right foot is not on the mat, bring that right foot close to you, flat on the mat, and place your left ankle on right thigh. Inhale that left knee toward you, exhale, let it reach away. Inhale toward you, exhale, let it reach away. So nice fluid movement with this left hip. And next time you inhale, exhale, reach that left knee away and pause. Both palms come to press on the inside of your left thigh. Inhale that left knee and thigh towards you as you push it away with your hands to the hip reset and release. Inhale, try to draw that left knee, left thigh close to you as you push it away with your hands and release. Inhale, engaging those muscles. Exhale, release. One more time. And now moving into our reclined pigeon, left arm reaches between the opening. Use a strap if that's helpful. You can't quite reach that right thigh, use a strap. Or you can have a foot resting on a block. Gentle left and right here. And then come back through center. And you can work with this nice stretch for the left glute, piriformis, sciatic nerve. Maybe you breathe in. Exhale, draw that right thigh a little closer to you. And release. Exhale, deepening into the stretch of your perineum. And you have the option of extending right leg up into the air. One more breath here. Right foot comes down onto the mat. Send your left leg up into the air. Circle your ankle in one direction. And then the other. And left foot comes down, roll to one side, press yourself up. We're really just pressing up so we can set our blocks up for reclined body posture. So in reclined Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet are together. And if they have some feeling tight, move your feet away from you. One guideline for where your heel should be in proximity to your torso is extend your arms, palms together. So you have to do this from sitting up. Yeah, so soles of the feet together. Yes. Palms together, lower your hands down. Your middle finger should touch your heels, or your fingertips should touch your heels. That's one guideline for how far those heels should be from your body. Yeah. All right, slide these blocks underneath the thighs. If you want, you can put your blanket under your head. And then we'll lower down with control. So use those abdominals, slowly lower down. Keep the soles of the feet touching. Thighs resting on blocks. You may want to raise that block to the medium height. Because as the muscles feel safe and supported, then they're going to release. Versus if they don't feel comfortable, they're straining through that lower setting, they're not going to release. They're going to hold on for dear life. And decide what you want to do with your hands. Maybe they rest on your abdomen as you deepen your breath in and out. Maybe you like the opening that cactus arm offers, so arms float up to cactus. Or maybe you simply have arms resting beside your torso, palms face up. So lots of options. You decide where you want to go with this. Deepening the breath in reclined Baddha Konasana. Maybe now you feel like maybe the hips are looser, so maybe you try that lower height of the blocks, or you stay just where you are. Following breath in and out for 5 more rounds, 5 rounds of slow, steady breath in and out. The end of your 5th round of breath, whatever that is, reach your hands down, help your thighs together. Move the blocks to the side, and hug knees to chest. Give them a gentle rock side to side. And then rolling to one side, gently press yourself up, coming to sit on the edge of blanket or block or cushion. And we'll work with the neck. First, rolling shoulders up, back and down. Inhaling up, exhale back and down. Keep a nice broadening here through collarbones and chest. As you inhale, left arm up. Exhale, let your left ear dip towards shoulder as you rest your left hand on the side of your head, close to the ear, and then walk your right fingertips away from on the mat. And breathe. Want to deepen that stretch, walk those fingertips a little farther away. Maybe a gentle reach of the side of the neck up towards the ceiling to deepen that stretch even further. And one more breath here. Inhale, left arm sweeps up, head comes back to center. Both hands are on the mat or the floor. We plug the peace finger and the middle finger down. Imagine reaching down, down, down into the earth, tapping into burgeoning energy, that waking up, that reaching up out of the sun. And now we come to the other side. So right arm sweeps up. We dip our right ear towards shoulder. And then bend the elbows so that your right hand rests near left ear. Breathing here. And walking those left fingertips away to deepen into that stretch. It doesn't work to have your arm up and over your head. You can simply rest your palm on your thigh, your hand on your thigh, and keep that ear dipping towards shoulder. Again, if you want to deepen into the stretch, walk those fingertips a little bit farther away. And then your other option is reach the side of your neck up towards that ceiling. Slide your left hand close to you. Help your head back up to center. Tuck your chin. Do a gentle sweep left or right, or anything that feels good to help you integrate that stretch. Then we're going to come to Baddha Konasana in a seated position. So soles of the feet together. Again, if you want to judge how far to have those feet, palms together, lower your hands. So now your heels touch your fingertips. And you can hold on to knees or shins or ankles. I'm going to do a little cat and cow here. Inhale, tilt that tailbone, navel, chest, roll forward, shoulders go back. Exhale, tuck and down. Inhale, tilt. Exhale, tuck and round. Inhale, tilt. Exhale. And one more time, we inhale, tilt. Exhale, tuck around and pause here. Pause with that tuck of the tailbone, chin tucked towards chest. And then sit up nice and tall with shoulders rolled back. We'll come to a forward fold in our Baddha Konasana using your blocks. The blocks can either be inside the feet or outside, depending on how long your torso is. And you can have one block or two blocks. I'm gonna model it with two blocks. Yeah, you can do varying heights. And you can certainly put a cushion here if you want, but I'm gonna model with two blocks for now. Hands on knees. We inhale, lengthen. Exhale, heart reaches forward and forehead finds the blocks. You slide your hands down to ankles or feet. Breathing here, slow and steady. With the blocks a little hard on the forehead, you know, stack your hands. And rest your forehead on stacked hands. Three more breaths in and out. At the end of your third round of breath, lifting up, blocks come to the top of your mat. Swing your feet around, and we're going to come into a low lunge. So for low lunge, I like to invite people to have the blocks on the mat so that as you reach your right foot forward, your hands can be underneath your shoulders, or slightly in front. That left knee is moving back if you want to deepen into the stretch on your left thigh and hip. So you've got a little angle on that left hip and thigh as you sink down into your low lunge. Making sure the right knee is stacked above right ankle. A little tuck in the tailbone, see if it helps you to lift up a little bit after your low lunge. And if it helps you to roll your shoulders back. If hands on block doesn't work, I've started to do this. Hands on thigh, and then I let that left hip sink down. It's a little deeper stretch for the thigh. Breathing here. And lifting up slightly, lower your left block down, come into lizard pose. And heel toe the right foot. So the heel is on the mat, toes are off the mat. And we'll do a little circling of the right hip. And then lower down onto elbows on your block. They're nice opening through that right side. Now you may decide to go a little higher on the block. So again, make this work for you. It should feel good. This nice opening. Three breaths here. And then at the end of your third round, lifting up, heel toe your foot back onto the mat. Blocks come back into place. Left toes curl under. Lift your left knee off the mat, high lunge. So reaching left thigh up to the ceiling, squeeze those inner thighs towards one another. Feeling those inner thigh muscles. Right hip crease draws back, modified pyramid pose. So right leg moves towards straight as the right hip crease draws back. Head hangs over right thigh. We'll come back into our low lunge. Lifting that left thigh up, squeezing those inner thighs together as you roll your shoulders back and lift up at the pelvis. And again, right hip crease draws back, front leg moves towards straight, head hangs over the right thigh, modified pyramid.
Lost ya. Ann,
Yeah, well, I'm still here. I'm still here. Oh,
uh,
she's back.
is
No,
she?
she is. I don't
No.
know. Her
What?
picture
Oh,
came.
she's gonna check it.
Yeah.
All right, we're back. Apologies, friends.
Okay.
I don't know what's happening with my phone. Not an auspicious beginning to our new.
Uh-oh.
I'm here. And come on back to your forward fold. Slow, steady breath in and out. Oh, phony. That's so funny. The camera reversed itself. And we're breathing in our forward fold. Recognizing the frustration that sometimes comes with technology. And we'll trace a line up the front of the legs, pausing at the thigh. Lengthen. Pushing into your feet, come all the way up, arms sweep out and up, pausing with palms at the heart. Pausing. And then we'll come through that sequence again on the other side. So I forgot to set up my blanket, and man, this floor is hard. So we'll inhale, sweep up. Exhale, heart reaches forward. We bend our knees, coming to a forward fold. Head is heavy. Finding the box, take a big step back with the right foot. Lower down into our low lunge. So right foot steps back. Left knee supported by left ankle. Right hip and thigh are heavy. As we roll our shoulders back, letting that right thigh be heavy. And as we tuck that tailbone, notice a little lift out of the pelvis. It's good for lower back to have that little tuck of the tailbone. Breathing here. And then lower your right block down. Heel toe your left foot so that the left heel is on the mat, the toes are off the mat, setting up for lizard. And do some circling of that left thigh out and around. And then pause. Decide where you are with the height of your block. Are you good here to lower onto forearms and elbows? You need to be a little bit higher at this setting, or maybe even the highest setting. Slow, steady breath, breathing into that left hip joint. 3 breaths. And inhale, lifting up. Come back through your low lunge, your blocks in place underneath shoulders. And then curling your right toes under. Lift your right thigh and knee up off the mat. Lifting that right thigh towards the ceiling, squeeze your inner thighs together as you lift through the heart. Draw your left hip crease back, left leg moves towards straight, head hangs over your left thigh. Right heel doesn't touch the mat, but maybe it draws a little closer to the mat once you shifted your hip crease back. And come back through your high lunge. Right thigh lifting up, inner thighs drawn towards one another. And then left hip crease draws back, modified pyramid pose. Head hanging over, left thigh, left leg moving towards straight. And then come back through your high lunge and step or hop right foot forward to meet your left. And we all meet up. And Uttanasana forward. Trace the line up the front of the legs, pausing at the thigh, legs and head away from the tail. Arms come out, T position, palms face down. Thigh bones press to the back of the mat as we lift up. And then palms come together above the head. And we pause. Notice your heart beating. Notice any other sensation in your body. And then we'll inhale, sweep up. Exhale, heart reaches forward, knees bend. Stepping one foot back onto your knee. And then the other. And then we're going to lower down, setting up for Sphinx pose. So slide the hands away from you, come onto your elbows and forearms, and then lower your hips down. So elbows, forearms are parallel, so we're extending down onto hips, Jody. So legs are fully extended behind us. For pyramid pose, yeah, you're down, resting on your front body. Yes, and can you hug those elbows in a little bit? So take a look here if you like. So we're kind of lifted up. Yeah, keep those elbows in. Yes, that's it. We tuck those elbows just underneath shoulders. Pubic bone presses down, getting a little length in the lower back. Heels pull out to the side. We press the elbows into the mat. Imagine drawing them towards us. See if you feel that length. And from here, we slide the hands underneath shoulders, come up through table. And then hips press back on the exhalation for child's pose. So hips press back. We're going to find the mat or a block. And we rest here. Again, slowing the breath down. Imagine you're pushing a marble up to the top of your mat with your nose. Now we come onto the front body, stacking hands, rest one cheek on stacked hands, bend your knees, and winch lever left and right. Other cheek rests on stacked hands as you winch lever left and right. And legs come down onto the mat, rolling onto your back. Finishing up with any other stretches, any other postures or movement. And then settling down, settling in. Lying on your back. Maybe you've got a cushion or a rolled up blanket under your knees. Drawing attention inward. Notice sensation in the mouth. Do you feel any pulsing or tingling in the tongue? Notice sensation in the roof of the mouth. Do you feel any pulsing or tingling there? Feeling inside left cheek. Inside right cheek. Feeling teeth and gums. Do you feel any pulsing or tingling in the teeth and gums? Noticing breath. Full breath flowing in through your nose. Noticing breath warmed by the body, flowing out through you. Feeling eyebrows and eyelids. Feeling into your left eye. Feeling into your right eye. Feeling both eyes at once, resting in eye sockets. Focus on ears, the folds of your ears. And follow the sound as it travels in through ear canals. Follow the sound in. Imagine sound meeting a spot in your head. From that place, relaxation bubbles up. Bubbles up like a spring, softening top of your head. Top of that soft. Follow relaxation as it flows over the forehead, down over all parts of your body. Maybe you scan the body. Maybe you simply rest here. Melt into your mat. Nothing to do. Needing nothing. Letting go. Deep in your breath. Maybe you roll your head side to side. Wiggling fingers and toes. Bring gentle movement back to your body. Stretching long overhead. Hugging knees to chest. And rolling to one side, pausing there. Pause on your side. And with eyes closed or a soft gaze, slowly press up. Coming to find a comfortable seat. With eyes closed or a soft gaze. Back of hands resting on thighs, palms face up. Follow breath in. Follow breath out. Left hand comes to the center of your chest, right hand rests on top of left. Drop your head. Bow into yourself. Bow into the light, the fire within. Deciding where we want to shine it in the coming months. The answer may evolve in the coming days. Inhale, lift your head. Exhale. Inhale, eyes float open. Exhale, shining that light, that heart energy out into the world. Thank you for being here today and bearing with the technological disruption. It's great to see everybody. Thank you for being here. Have a lovely week. Happy May. Happy Bill.